Hey YouTube, it's JR. Hey, I wanted to share with you something really awesome that I've been working on. It is reloading 22s. These are spent 22 long rifle casings, which everyone says that you can't reload. So I'm going to show you that you can. Problem is, before anybody gets all up in arms about how uneconomic it is, I agree with you. It's not something that you want to do. It's not going to save you money. It's not going to save you time. It's going to be a pain in the ass. And your wife's going to hate you because you're going to use up all the strike anywhere matches. So, to start with, you need some spent 22 casings. You need some strike anywhere matches. That's the kind that have the white tips on them. These happen to be green with white. Most of the time they're red with white. This just happened to be the flavor of the week at my local store. And then you're also going to need some sort of sharp little pick. Okay, this is for this will come in handy in a couple times. So, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your we're going to actually use this in my revolver, so I got my cylinder out. You're going to make sure that your casings fit what you're shooting out of, because it's going to suck if you spend all this time reloading these things and they don't fit in. I've had that happen. So just make sure that the casings that you want to shoot fit in. That one's good. I happen to shoot a lot of mine out of the semi-automatic rifle that deforms the cases and dents them in and kind of oblongs the neck when it ejects them, and so some of them just aren't going to work. But those two are good. Let's see if I can find one more. We'll do 3 of them. Alright, there's 3 right there. Those good. Alright, so we have our strike anywhere matches. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to clip off with a pair of scissors the very tip. And so we're not just going to cut it off. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of scrape it at an angle to get just the white portion, okay? I'm going to actually do it over this little sheet of paper so that we can try to catch it all right there. And I'm going to do a bunch of them, just trying to get all that powder off of them. So, we have a bunch of, what I'm going to use, I'm just going to use the butt end of my little pick here. And I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to pulverize it just a little bit. I'm not going to mash it. I'm just going to kind of stamp it and roll it with the butt end of this thing. I'm just trying to get it into a little fine powder. Alright, there we go. Alright, and now that's ready to go into the casing. Those casings that we have. Now, those casings aren't ready for this quite yet though, because we need to make sure that they're cleaned out. So we take these casings and we take just the butt end of a matchstick. What we're going to do is we're going to rub it around the bottom of this casing. And it's going to be all gritty and gross, and you're going to dump out. See all that soot? That's all from the used up priming compound that was in there when I first fired it. And now it looks like the powder that I have, I might only have enough to do about 2 reloads with, which again, to the point of all you people wondering why the heck I'm doing this, does not save you money or time. Alright, so here's our 2 casings. Let's just use these 2. So I got my little packet of powder here. I'm going to dump some of it into this one and some of it into that one. The next part of this process is kind of cool. What you need, I just use a little tiny WD-40 straw. And then I have a can of acetone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it in, plug it with my finger, and then put 1 little drop into each of these casings. Now, while that compound is moist down in there, we're going to use our little pick, and we're really going to try to shove it into that rim on the inside as much as possible. Okay? So we're going to really kind of grind it into there, spin that casing around, really try to get it out of the center area as much as possible, get it into that rim. Alright? Now we're going to let them dry for a few minutes. Alright, once you feel that these things are dry, and sometimes it helps to look in there, you can tell if it's moist or not. Once it looks dry, what we're going to do is I have a little Pyrodex synthetic black powder. What we're going to do is just put a little tiny charge into each of those. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cap them off with some wax. This is just a piece of a broken tea light candle. All I'm going to do is I'm going to shove it in. Couple things. First of all, it helps to seal it off a little bit, kind of like a bullet would do. 22s require a lot of pressure. That's why the casings crimped around the bullet. They require a lot of pressure. So capping it off with this wax is going to help give it a little bit of pressure so you can hear and see the shot. Also, the wax will act as a bullet. It'll actually shoot out of my revolver there. Now, you need to know where your firing pin hits your rounds. The firing pin leaves these little divots in the rim. My revolver, the firing pin hits the top chamber in the cylinder at 12 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load these so that the existing divots are not at 12 o'clock. Alright. This is fire number 1. Fire number 2. Hey! Look at that! I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. It's been fun for me kind of playing around with this stuff and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. I'm really hoping that some people will start working on this as well and really come up with some pretty tried and proven methods for reloading. Like I said, I don't think that it's very practical, but I think it's good to know. And it's good to know that we have an option if we want to ever reload our Rimfire cartridges. Please be safe, and thanks for watching.